the prototokos, the firstborn, you'll see a similar statement in Proverbs 8. Proverbs 8 is about wisdom, and all Jewish scholars will agree that Proverbs 8 is about the Messiah. And there also it says, he formed me at the beginning of his way. Now, the idea of prototokos, firstborn over all creation, actually means that he is the one who's going to inherit all creation. It does not mean that he was born before other things were born or other entities were born. And so the idea of prototokos, and stay with Colossians, please. And you must also notice that the purpose of Paul writing this letter to the Colossians, as well as John writing his first letter, was to counter Gnosticism, which was beginning to rear its ugly head. Gnosticism is something which talks about the physical being inferior, if not outright evil, and salvation is gained by special knowledge. And so Paul is very particular to show that Jesus is very much part of this creation as well, although he existed before creation. In fact, if you go to Colossians 2, verse 9, God was pleased to have all his fullness live in bodily form. That is Colossians 1:19. But if you go to Colossians 2:9, in him the fullness of the Godhead dwells in bodily form. And so it is very clear that the reason why Paul uses the word prototokos is to say that in the physical being of Jesus, the fullness of the Godhead was present. Let me give you another example. If you go to John 14, look at verses 8 and 9, where Philip asks Jesus, show us the Father, and that will be enough for us. And Jesus does not say, don't ask such tough questions. He says, I've been with you for such a long time. Have you not known me? He who has seen me has seen the Father. I'm sure you are following this seminar either on a laptop or a smartphone, and the surface is a plane surface, 2 dimensions. Imagine a cube coming into those 2 dimensions. In order to accommodate itself to 2 dimensions, it will have to become a square. Now, suppose there are other 2-dimensional creatures in this 2-dimensional world. Can this square, which is actually the image of a cube in 3 dimensions, can this square tell those creatures, he who has seen me has seen the cube? It can, because at the maximum of a cube that a 2-dimensional creature can see is only a square. But at the same time, it is 100% square in 2 dimensions and 100% cube in 3 dimensions. In the same way, Jesus is God in human form. Humans cannot see beyond human dimensions. The maximum of God that humans can see, Jesus, because God made humans in his image, and because God is Trinity, one person of the Godhead has become one of us, so that in him we have someone who's 100% human and 100% divine as well. It's not a contradiction, but it is a set and a subset, you can say. And therefore, the question that was given to me actually by Sudhir was, is 1 is equal to 3? No, 1 is not equal to 3. God is one being, but 3 persons. 1 at one level, 3 at another level. Like a triangle can be 3 straight lines, but 1 triangle can be 3 1-dimension straight lines or 1 2-dimension triangle. So it's not a contradiction. And so we have, but that is, I'm not very happy about those geometric illustrations, because when we are discussing God, we are discussing a robust personal being.